All right, welcome everyone to the third annual Eastside Poetry Slam. For the last couple of weeks, all of you, or the majority of you who are in this room, I know we have some guests, the majority of you were asked to create a work of poetry that was important to you, something that you were inspired to write for whatever reason, something you were passionate about. That was the assignment. And from there, it created this much larger event, which is a little bit more of a competition. As I stated, we have 30 of you who are going to be participating in something that's very unique, specifically to the east side of McHenry. We've got to work on our timing. So, while West Campus isn't quite on board yet, soon enough they will be. But we know this special event has been going on for a few years now, and we're proud of it. We're proud of it, and it's nice to see a buzz around the school that has to do with poetry. So I know myself and my colleagues have been looking forward to this. We're very excited for all of you who are participating in this today, as I hope all of you peers are looking forward to seeing how this goes and eventually voting for your own favorite poem of the day. I'd like to start off by thanking our judges who have given up their free time today to be here. Starting with Miss Ancona, Mr. Ridley, Mrs. Namakunis, Mrs. Newt. I always like that name on you, by the way. Megan Matthews, Haley Condon, and Mr. Herkus. We do have some additional assistants today, especially people who are really good with numbers and technology. Frau Miller, Mr. Curry. All right, so in the spirit of poetry, we're going to kick this thing off with a few words from our very own principal here on the East Side. East Side! Principal Blake.
Okay, so we're gonna adjust that just a little bit. Not just yell East Side. We're gonna put East over our heart. Okay, so yes, I am the principal here at East. All right, we've got to do a little bit of work. So I've been asked just to, as I always have been asked, to open up the Poetry Slam. I believe in poetry quite a bit. And I've kind of assembled a couple different reasons why I believe in poetry, and specifically poetry in school. Okay? It really does help us know each other and build that sense of community. All you've got to do is think. I've sat in a couple different competitions in the classrooms. All you have to do is think for a second. How much have you gotten to know kids in your class through this experience? You've learned quite a bit about kids, and they've been somewhat vulnerable in their process, and you've learned a lot about each other in the process, so I think that's huge. Also then, one of the biggest things, and you know this to be true because you've all got the earbuds, is that poetry actually brings a sense of rhythm to us. And we know it's the most kinesthetic aspect of literature. It's got that rhythm, that piece. And then one of the cool things about it is that the guys actually get to connect with that literature piece in a different way. They actually can feel that. Sometimes guys step back from that, but this piece is actually something where you get to really have that rhythm piece and you feel it. Poetry opens venues for speaking and listening. If you think about that, the concept of the cell phone, the notebooks, all of this stuff, the technology piece, if you think about how ever-present it is in our society, we're getting a little bit away from just speaking and listening. Okay? We need to hear more of that of each other. In fact, we need to stop framing out our thoughts and our arguments back to someone. We need to practice just hearing them. Okay? So it's another opportunity for us just to sit and listen. And then the other side of that is it's another opportunity for us to get up and speak. To me, I'm very comfortable standing here and speaking before you. That wasn't always the case, as you can imagine. Each and every one of you have to power on beyond that. And it's not an easy thing to do, but the only way you can do that is to do that. And so you're doing that very well. I was very, very impressed. It also is it opens venues for cultural expression. We need to celebrate our individualistic cultures, but we need to celebrate the linguistic culture as well in a bigger way, in the sense that we all bring, through our poetry, we bring culture, our personal culture, to the table. And finally, a well-crafted expression or experience, it can cause us to maybe look at something differently. I think we need to practice that. We need to be willing to look at things through someone else's lens. And if you really think about that, we've got a lot of pressure, a lot of conflict in our society right now. And if you peel it back, it's because it's basically our unwillingness to just look through somebody else's lens and see where they're coming from. So be willing to do that. All right, so I've got my poem by Ogden Nash. I assume these are working, correct? Okay. The Duck
Quack.
by Ogden Nash. The duck.
Quack.
It does not cluck. A cluck. It lacks. It is specially fond of a puddle or a pond. And when it dines or sups, it's bottoms ups. Thank you. Okay, so final thought. And this is actually summed up quite well by William Butler Yeats. It is blood, Yeats, you're correct, thank you. It is blood, imagination, intellect running together. It bids us to touch and taste and hear and see the world and shrink from all that is in the brain only. Now that's coming from your principal, who's all about the academics and achievement, and you guys have seen this all the time. But what I'm saying is we need to be not just about academics and achievement, we need to be about people and development of people. So it's not just the brain when you come to school. Thank you. Have a great slam.
All right, hello everybody. To start off, I just want to wish good luck to all the participants coming up here to speak in front of a group. We've all done it before. It's not the easiest thing to do, especially when you're talking about something that's coming from your heart and your experience. Hello. All right, so my name is Miss Kadran, and my poem is called Fishbowl. Push yourself. Do better. There's always room for improvement. These are the words that I've heard since the day that that bird brought me to my mother. First, pushing myself. I push myself. I will run on that self-moving machine that projects the amount of calories I burn. I will move heavy objects up and down, left and right. I will put pain amongst myself because that's pushing. I failed the test once, an important test I failed. I was told to push myself, so I quickly educated myself on how to function on 3. No, 2.5 hours of sleep because 24 hours in a day is just not enough. Next, do better. These are the words I began hearing when I put myself out there. Yes, out there where the world watches me. He called it a fishbowl. Where I am the fish and you are all my audience, but let me clarify, not the audience that fills my ears with applause or shakes my accomplished yet trembling hand. This is the audience that fills my ears with fix your hair, stand up straight, don't mess up. And my eyes with H2O that burns out every last hydrogen atom that can escape. And my mouth with that metallic taste of failure. And my hands with dried up calluses that women aren't supposed to have. That's the fishbowl audience that's watched me since I put myself out there. Last, there's always room for improvement. How? Tell me how when I fall, I'm always supposed to get back up because to be honest, I fall a lot and the deep bruises are permanently ingrained on every inch of my failing body. They say to be beautiful and they say that if you don't have it then it's quite a shame, but of course I'm the one to blame. Or wait, what about the time I received that college scholarship but it wasn't enough because it covered just a strip? Or when I spoke in front of an audience of over 1,000 but everyone grunted because I was a little dented? Or wait, you'll like this one. When the man that I thought I loved decided that I should be shoved because I didn't give him enough time, so he left me for that no good son of a... Push yourself. Do better. There's always room for improvement. These are my own words because when others tell me what to do, I choose to not do. I hate being told what to do. It makes me want to scream, but hold up, think. Why is it that others are telling me this? Think, can I do this on my own? Think, do others see more potential in me than I see? No, I'm capable. I know what I can do. But that's what I thought because on the plus side, the audience, you've told me that I've grown, that I've pushed myself, that I'm doing better, that I did improve. But that doesn't matter because I realize that everyone will tell me what to do and who to be because this world, it is a fishbowl and everyone is watching. But the difference between everyone and me is that I have always been proud. Are you?